Hi kids, welcome to our English class. My name is Teacher RV. How are you today? I hope you are doing fine. Our lesson for today is how to infer the meaning of unfamiliar words, affixed, based on given context clues and other strategies. Let me help you in your lesson for today. When we say affixed words, these are words that are made up of root words and a letter or group of letters or what we call syllables attached before and after the main words. An example here is uncomfortable. Comfort is our root word. Root word is the main part of a word. We added syllables at the beginning and at the end of the word comfort. We can call it as affixes. Affix is a group of letters added to the beginning or end of a root word to make a new word and new meaning. We added un to the word comfort, and we also added able at the end, which makes it now uncomfortable. There are two types of affixes. The first one is the prefix. Prefix is a syllable added to the beginning of a root word, and each prefix has a meaning that makes the new word formed easy to understand. Just like what we did, we added "un" at the beginning of the root word comfort. "Un" is an example of a prefix. Suffix is a syllable added to the end of a root word. Each suffix has a meaning that makes the new word formed easy to understand. In the example given a while ago, able is our suffix. Look at the following examples. We have the prefixes re, over, miss, in, and this. These are the commonly used prefixes. Re means again. If we add re to a word like count, we can form a new word that is recount. Recount means count again. Over means too much. If we add the prefix over to the root word time, we can form a new word which is overtime, which now means too much time. Another prefix is miss. Miss means wrong. If we add miss to the root word used, we will be forming misused. And the meaning of this new word is wrong used. Prefix in, which means not, if we add it to a root word like correct, we can form a new word and that is incorrect. Incorrect means not correct. This is also an example of a prefix. It means not. If we add it to a root word like honest, we can form a new word, dishonest. And this word means not honest. For the suffix, we have the following examples. Suffixes are the syllables added at the end of a root word. Example, full. When we say full, it means full of. If we add it to the root word like hope, we can form a new word like hopeful. Hopeful now means full of hope. Less means without. If we add it to the root word fear, we can form a new word like fearless. And fearless means without fear. Ness is also a suffix. It means a state of being. If we add it to a root word like sweet, we can form a new word like sweetness. And sweetness means being sweet. Able is also an example of a suffix. It means easy. If we add it to the word like, we can form likable. And likable means easy to like. Li is also an example of a suffix. It means manner of. If we add it to a root word like silent, we can form a new word like silently, which means in a silent manner. Let's try. Let's make a new word. As an example, we have painful. It means full of pain. We are just going to add either the prefix or the suffix. And the choices are ness, miss, this, re, less, im, and over. Number 1 is the root word is connect. The meaning is not connect. Number 2, the root word is placed. When you add the prefix, the meaning of the new word is wrong place. The third word is check, which means check again. Number 4 is speech, and you have to add a suffix and will now mean without speech. And number 5 is great, and you have to add another suffix so you can mean being great. I have here an answer for number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is disconnect. This means not. So if we add the prefix this to the root word connect, we can form a new word with a new meaning. Disconnect now means not connect. The second word is misplace. Miss means wrong. Misplaced means wrongly placed or it was put in a wrong place. I am confident that you can answer the remaining numbers, 3, 4, and 5. Just check the meaning of the prefixes and suffixes so you can come up with the correct answer. Let's have the next exercise. Directions. Read each sentence carefully, look for the affixed word, and underline it. An example is done for you. Before leaving the house, unplug all the appliances to avoid accident. You have to look for the affixed word. When we say affixed word, there is a syllable added at the beginning or at the end of the root word. As an example, we have unplug. The root word is plug and we added un as prefixes. First sentence. COVID-19 pandemic brought many jobless workers around the world. Second, children recount their scores in English exam. Third, as time went on, Carlos grew more impatient with his little brother. Fourth, the president of a company is very mindful of his time at work. And number 5, the old woman was accidentally hit by the truck along the highway. Let's see if you got the correct answer. For number 1, the affixed word is jobless. Job is the root word and the suffix is less. COVID-19 pandemic brought many jobless workers around the world. For number 2, children recount their scores in English exam. The affixed word is recount, which means count again. For number 3, 4, and 5, you can do it now. Let's move on to the next exercise. Read each sentence carefully and choose the correct affix that best completes the word. Write only the letter of your answer. And you may look at the example. Rex was sick and F able to come to school. The answer is F. which means un, so unable. First sentence, an blank polite child is hated by elders. Second, I always write neat blank so I don't need to use eraser. Third, kids often blank behave when they are bored or tired. Fourth, farmers are knowledge blank about plants and animals. Fifth, the people saw the sudden flare of firecrackers in the dark blank. Let's try to answer number 1. An impolite child is hated by elders. Im is letter D, so you have to write letter D before the word polite. Number 2, I always write neatly, so I don't need to use eraser. Li is letter E, so you have to write E at the blank. 3, 4, and 5 are for you to answer. You may pause this video and take time answering this exercise. For the assessment part, you have to read each sentence carefully and infer the meaning of the underlined affixed word. You have to choose the letter of your answer. Number 1, John is not paying attention to his teacher. He is inattentive. A. Very attentive. B. Not attentive. C. Always alert. Or D. Focus. 2. My teacher asked me to rewrite my paragraph because of so many erasures. What is the meaning of rewrite? Is it A. Erase, B. Stop writing, C. Write again, or D. Make a new paragraph? For number 3, throwing garbage anywhere is harmful to one's health. What is the meaning of the word harmful? A. Without harm, B. Beneficial, C. Essential, or D. Full of harm? For number 4, one of the reasons of being absent to the class is illness. Illness means A. Being healthy, B. Being sick, C. Being energized, or D. Being sad. Number 5, new actors often overact in their television dramas. A. Too much acting, B. Very realistic, C. Believable, or D. Fantastic? For number 1, the correct answer is B. Inattentive means not attentive. 2, 3, 4, and 5 are for you to answer this time. To sum it up, affixed words are words made up of root words and a letter or group of letters or syllables attached before and after the main words. Remember, there are 2 types of affixes. We have the prefix and the suffix. Prefix is a syllable added to the beginning of a root word, while suffix is a syllable added to the end of a root word. Thank you so much for joining our class for today. I hope I was able to help you with your lesson in English 5. See you again!